Hey lovelies, it's Emma from Doodles of Wiltshire. If we haven't met, I raise mini to medium cockapoos and I'm based in Salisbury in the UK. Well, in today's video I'm going to give you an update on the puppies. So they are now 5 weeks old, Lani and Max's puppies. And I will be letting you know if any are still available. And then the big question, have I decided to keep one or not? We shall find out in this video. So I hope you enjoy it. So this is Tilly. She's one of our available puppies. So she's blue collar. I think she's just got the most gorgeous face. She's the smallest of the litter, but she's the darkest of the litter as well. She's probably she's the quietest, I'd say, the sort of like the one who's the most sort of reserved, but she's in terms of being kind of quiet, but she's very, very sweet still, very playful. And every day she comes out of her shell a little bit more. But yeah, she's incredibly cute. So this is Tilly. And this is Rosie, who is also still available. So Rosie is our curliest in the litter. Whereas all of her siblings are going to be kind of wavy coat, she will be curly coat. It's still probably quite a gentle curl. I wouldn't say it's as intense as some curly coated doodles, but she also has the white chest, which I think will be quite striking. She's really affectionate, loves very playful, loves exploring, very curious. And yeah, she's a proper little sweetie. Loves giving kisses. Do you love giving kisses? Hey? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to run through who has been selected. I haven't necessarily got all the new names yet, but so this is Ivy, yellow collar. So she has been selected. She's going to a wonderful family. She's very, very gorgeous. So here is Blossom. So she also has been selected and chosen, and is going to a wonderful family as well. Not sure what her name's going to be yet. Yeah, when I know, I'll let you know. She's incredibly precious. And here is Charlie, our boy. He has also been reserved as well. So he is off to a new family in a few weeks. He is incredibly playful and incredibly confident. Loves to just explore. Yeah. So if you were counting along, you'll have seen that I have shown 5 puppies, 2 available, the others spoken for. So this one is the one I have decided to keep. So Poppy green collar is the one that I have decided to keep. So pending further health tests, she will hopefully become a future mama in Doodles of Wiltshire. She's going to be living with a guardian family. In next week's video, I'll talk a little bit more about guardian families and as well about all the sort of the testing that Poppy, and I'll reveal her new name in a moment, will have over the next kind of like 18 months before she's hopefully a mama in our programme. But yeah, her new name is going to be Winifred, which I think is incredibly cute. So this is Winifred. So beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I know you were playing. I know you were playing. I'm sorry. You're just going to be a little model just for a minute. Is that okay? So the handling exercises have progressed a little bit this week. So we still tug both ears. The intensity is a bit more. We cover the eyes for a few moments. We tap the nose. We put our hands in the mouth and around the gums. And then so the changes from earlier weeks is we're just a bit more force, a bit more pressure on fiddling with those feet. So going in between the toes and sort of just wiggling them a little bit, you know, and getting a little bit more pressure really. And then the other change, so we still run our hand around their collar. They're sitting so fluffy you just can't even see the collars now. But yeah, we get our hand around that collar just so that they get used to that sensation. We run our hand down the back and then we do a sort of twisting motion with on the tail, so that's a little bit more than the earlier weeks. and then we rub their belly. Now he wants to play, so he's not particularly interested in going on his back, but that is kind of like, that's basically how it works. I do this usually in the evening, and they're all usually very happy to lie on their backs because they're all sort of slightly snoozy, aren't you? Yes, you full of kisses. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Charlie. He may be keeping his name. We will let you know, but it's we shall find out. So in terms of other updates, we put the extension onto the whelping box. So obviously it was this size for these first 5 weeks, and now we've added an extension. Also the other day we put this travel crate in there as well, so that they can start to get used to that. Next week they'll be going to the vets for their jabs and their microchips. So it's good for them to start getting used to the travel crate. But the sort of toilet area, the potty area, as I say, this is obviously, you may recall this from last week's video, so pretty much all number 2s are getting into here. Some number 1s, they come as far as that towel, which is why that towel's there. A lot of them are getting in there, not quite all of them. But the reason we have that towel there is so that actually if there is a few wheeze on that, I can take that towel away and put a fresh one down, because then the scent of it is gone, and it's the scent that obviously or often also triggers them to go. So that is how that's going. But yeah, essentially these are those cooling cookie racks, or cookie cooling racks, that's the word, with pee pads underneath it in what is essentially one of those sort of boot trays. It is a slightly DIY version of a product that's available in the US and not available in the UK. But yeah, they're doing well. So this week we have had some milder weather as well, which is great. So the puppies have had a session pretty much every day outside in the outdoor play area. They are loving it. They are really just exploring it, and just their little tails are going mad when they're out there. As you can see from my whole potty training strategy, let's call it, maybe that's a bit of a big word, but they are generally going to number 2 on that grate. So it's certainly, as the weeks go on, that should get better, that they then toilet on that grate. And obviously their families that will be having them can replicate that kind of thing as a way to have them kind of know and recognise outside is where they do it, kind of thing. Similarly, when they're in the house and we're having indoor playtime, I am putting like a sort of a small section of like the artificial grass with a pee pad underneath it, to also get them peeing on that as well. So there's just a whole Pavlov's dogs system kind of going on really with association. In terms of weaning, they're on about 1 or 2 feeds a day from Lani, so down to that, and then they're up to sort of about 4 meals, it feels like. Every few hours basically they are kind of having some solids. Blossom is the only one whose teeth haven't fully erupted yet. Everybody else's teeth have come through. So I will, the next lot of food, I won't, as I say, I won't grind it as finely as I did sort of a couple of weeks ago. And then I think the other update for this week is we have started to, when we're working with the puppies during their, times of sort of playtime, helping them to kind of get on and off like a sort of small box or a small kind of step. Because you do want them by 8 weeks to be very confident really with stairs and steps, and so that starts kind of around now, and we start to help them come on and off of steps really, to help them with their confidence really. Also this week I'm going to be writing out to the families with regards to all of the arrangements for the pickup day, so what things that they should have in preparation for collecting their puppy. Next week we have the vet visit, so my mum's going to come with me. If she wants to be in the video, I'll include her. She may want to, she may not want to. But my mum's going to come with me when we take the puppies to the vet to have their jab and their microchips. And also next week we will start to very gently and carefully start to introduce some crate time. So really from around 6 weeks, they will start to have very short time in the crate, and that will kind of be built up, up to 8 weeks. So they'll be in there with some, say, food, that kind of thing, or they'll be in there certainly with like a buddy. So just building that up, and that really helps as well with a transition into their forever homes. So one of the other things that helps with transition to their forever homes is the heartbeat teddy. So every Doodles of Wiltshire puppy comes home with a heartbeat teddy. The puppies will have spent time with this toy as well, so snuggling it and getting their scent all over it. And then in here there is a little pocket, like a velcroed pocket, where which has this inside it. So this takes AAA batteries. I think I've got enough for everyone, and I've got enough of these, etc. And then you press this button, and you have it inside the heartbeat teddy, and essentially it makes a sort of heartbeat sensation, a sort of a gugum gugum. So it has the feeling of that they are lying on their siblings. So not only will it smell like their siblings, it will, from a heartbeat perspective, they'll have that. That they'll recognise, and that this helps enormously with the transition. And within a week of this, it's not always that necessary, but you know, certainly those first few days it's really helpful for the puppy to kind of feel comforted really by this big move that they've done away from all their siblings. So I can't speak highly enough of these heartbeat teddies. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. So in next week's video, as I say, I'm going to talk about guardian homes and about health testing that our mamas will go through. But we'll also hopefully have a bit of footage from the vet visit. We'll find out, you know, like get the full kind of vet check, and also their jabs, their vaccines, and their microchips. So that's going to be in next week's video. If these girls are still available, please do reach out to me, and I hope to kind of hear from you soon. But thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.